Hey guys, it's Destiny, and we have really exciting news to talk about today. I just woke up, so I may be a little scatterbrained, but without further ado, let's get straight into it. Today was the 1.4 live stream, and we did get revealed Jingliu's banner. We also got revealed Topaz's banner, and we got revealed Seele's banner is also coming back. We will be having RERUN now in Honkai Star Rail. And I wanted to talk about all three of these banners, what I personally think of their initial value, and just how this is really cool that we are also getting reruns, and maybe what we can expect in the future. So to begin with Jingliu, as we see, it's just Jingliu. We have Tingyun, QQ, and Sampo. Just right away, I do think this banner is pretty good looking, not gonna lie to you guys. Jingliu is, from what we've seen, she has a pretty interesting kit. I will get into her kit way more in depth in a separate video just to give a full analysis. But for her kit, it just seems like she will have a very interesting playstyle in comparison to our other 5 stars. She kind of reminds me a little bit of Blade, not fully though, but it seems like when Jingliu gets into her transcendent state, then she will no longer consume skill points. Kind of like when you use Blade skill and he does not consume skill points either, then he just uses normal attacks. In comparison though, Jingliu will be using these stacks that she accumulates from using her skill and her ultimate. What we do know is that she will consume these stacks, get into her transcendent phase, and then be able to dish out, from what we understand based on the live stream, way more damage. Just the fact that now she'll be draining the health of allies. So that'll be really interesting. I cannot wait to see how this will be once she's here, we get more information. But right off the bat, I'm definitely thinking maybe Blade, because if she's draining health of allies, Blade could definitely benefit from this. So maybe you can have like a sub DPS Blade on this type of team. Not too sure, but as for the 4 stars, Tingyun looks really good. If you don't have Tingyun, awesome pickup for Harmony. QQ is really good to get copies on. She becomes a really strong quantum DPS. I'm a huge fan of QQ being on this banner. I think she could benefit a lot of players. And I do know we get QQ for free, but her copies, once again, just really good, makes her really powerful. So if you are looking to use QQ, I would highly recommend you possibly look into getting those copies of her, especially if you're already going to pull on the Jingliu banner. It may just end up happening. Then we have Sampo. Sampo I still think is pretty good, especially if you are running Kafka teams, but now we do have another contender for Kafka teams, which is on Topaz and Seele's banner, which I will get into her shortly. But for Sampo, he's able to do damage over time vulnerability. He's able to assist characters that take advantage of damage over time. So in this case, the main person we think of is Kafka. So overall, this banner, in my opinion, is really good. It has a support, which is Tingyun. It has a really good DPS or even sub DPS depending on how you use her, which is QQ. We have Jingliu herself, which I'm sure Jingliu, based on what we know, will be a really strong character. And also she is an ice DPS character. So if you are liking a character like Yanqing, and if you don't really have a really built out, I suppose, Herta that can dish out a lot of damage, Jingliu could definitely be on your radar for a character that can give you more elemental coverage. Personally, I am super excited for her. One of my favorite characters. She has a moon aesthetic, so I gotta love her. Now if we go to the Topaz banner, this banner is really good. We have Topaz and Numby, which they're such an incredible combo. From what we've seen, seems like a lot of follow-up attacks. Numby is truly the main star of the show, with Topaz buffing Numby up with her ultimate and also doing just a really cool array of attacks. I cannot wait to see, like, rotation-wise what this will show off, but I'll do a more in-depth video on her as well, just so I nitpick at little things we did get to see. But when it comes to the 4 stars, we have Sushang, Luca, and I honestly do not know how to say her name. Even March was kind of going back and forth, but our newest 4 star, which she is also a damage over time user. So is Luca. So now you have 2 more damage over time users, and I'm sure this new 4 star can also possibly work with Kafka. She inflicts burn, but what I found was interesting is that they mentioned in the live stream, she does more damage to enemies that are burned. I believe characters like Hook and also Himiko through Traces do that as well. So there's also damaging potential here with that character. I'm really excited to see what she could do. She has such a cool aesthetic, so I'm really excited for that. Not too sure, once again, what she'll do for team comps. I'm personally thinking maybe Kafka, or if she's strong enough, maybe she could be on her own and she could just take advantage of burn. You could build her maybe as a DPS character. Who knows? Like, I'm actually not too sure about her, but so far she looks good, and I think that on accounts she might bring an interesting twist. Luca's really good, especially if you go for Bleed Luca. That is definitely a very strong combination. Wusong with Bleed is also really freaking good, so all three of these 4 stars, in my opinion, are incredible, especially if you truly want to have them on your account, if you want to build them. So I think both of these banners are pretty subjective when it comes to rating them, only because, once again, it just depends on what you need on your account. I think this banner is really strong. I think all of these characters can have amazing uses on your team comps. So I'd probably also give this banner either a 7, 8, and if the value is really up there for you, possibly even a 9. And the most exciting thing I wanted to talk about, we are getting reruns, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video. We are getting reruns. Seele is coming back. This is really exciting. I did have a feeling this would happen because of the fact that PlayStation is coming soon. PlayStation is going to have the release very soon, which for my PlayStation players coming soon, nice to meet you. I am Moon. I'll make videos for you guys as well, just to help you guys out. Seele is going to be coming back in 1.4. What this means now is people who missed Seele initially, now you have a chance to get her. When it comes to how good Seele still is, I still think Seele is phenomenal. I likely will make a more so if you should pull type of video later on once we're approaching, but just for initial thoughts, she has the same 4 stars as Topaz. Once again, these 4 stars are really good. I feel like especially when it comes to damage over time, it'll be really, really awesome to put on your team. And Seele herself is incredible. So it's more so a win-win if anything. You're winning in basically every way. All 3 of these banners look incredible. I know this will be a really tough choice for you guys on who to truly pick. Who are you guys most excited for so far? For me personally, it's Jingliu. I just love her design, but Topaz is also really high up there. Those 2 are slowly becoming some of my favorite design characters. Jingliu is definitely at the top for me, and I think Topaz is honestly second. They're just so cool looking. I love the Numby animations and also how Numby operates from what we've seen so far. So I'm really excited for 1.4. I think this will be a great way for new players to also get into the game. These awesome looking 5 stars. Plus for people who are just starting out or even people who have been playing with the events they've shown off, I think this will be a good way to get a good amount of pulls as well. So in a way, I think we'll be okay and we'll be able to hopefully snag as many of these characters as we want. I have really high hopes. Good luck to everyone pulling as always. And once again, just let me know in the comments down below, which banner are you most excited for? And if you did enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe to see more Star Rail content from me. Leave a like to support the video, and I hope all of you have a great one. Peace.